going on, everybody? TGI Fridays, man. Let me share these groups like I do every week, man. Let me do my due diligence. Make sure everybody get, you know what I mean? Everybody get able to watch. Yeah, TGI Friday to everybody, man. I love my weekends, man. I get to work, man. My weekends, I get to work. Real talk, man. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to get these groups in here so everybody got the ability to watch the show. You feel me? Then I'm going to give y'all your shout-outs, and we're going to go in real hard, man. Douglas Bender in the building, baby. What up, Philly boy? That's my man, Philly Kid in the building, baby. I see you, dog. How that hat treating you, man? You killed it on that picture, man. Yeah, if people pop up, I'm going to give y'all the shout-outs. Then we're going to start the show. But let me get more heads in the building. I got one message to give y'all today. Every time I get on, I try to give y'all a message, especially on Fridays. Positive energy. Yeah, let me see who else in the building. And like I said, we're going to start the show sooner than later, man. Al York Sports, the Raw True TGI Fridays, man. Open sessions and giveaways. Let me let people tap in. I'm waiting for the peoples to tap in. Mark Guillory, remember you come on when I tell you to come on. All right, let me rock a little bit. Then I'm going to bring you in slowly, man. All right, I'm just waiting for the peoples to tap in, man. Yeah, man. Big weekend of sports preseason. We got the baseball. You know, got a lot of basketball moves being made. But when I jump in these topics, man, I'm going to go in on my team, man. Real talk. I know you love it, Douglas. I already know, baby. Before the building, baby. That's the OG right there, baby. All right, guys, as we starting to fill up the room, now I can start, not really start the show, but like a pre-start of the show. And let me start off with the good message like I try to do to y'all and educate y'all. I got to start off the show by saying that God is merciful, man. Those who know me know I've been through hell and back, man. And I'm not here trying to give y'all my life fucking story. No. But God is merciful, man. It's like when you better your life, you better your situation. And y'all gotta absorb that. Better your life, meaning change your ways, man. If you're a grimy dude, change it. If you're a guy that steals, stop stealing. If you're a guy that, like, you know, anything you do that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. But you got to limit it before you start. It's like anything else. I'm still in due process. 6-7 years I've been practicing this. And let me tell you, I'm far from perfect. But one thing I can say is that God is merciful. I'm starting to see the fruits of life like I should. Not like I thought back in the days when we were coming up. That's all that is an illusion. We lived an illusion, that drug money and all that other money. That was an illusion. This is reality. This is tax paying, doing the right things, positive energy. And like I said, I'm not here trying to preach. I'm trying to educate y'all, man. And y'all don't have to follow this path. It feels good, too. That's the last thing I forgot to mention. It feels good to do the right things. And don't rush this process. Don't do it for God for 3 months and try to wonder why ain't nothing good happening for you. No, it doesn't work that way. If you do it for a lifetime, and you will see how you start to see the fruits of life. And with that, let's start the show. Al York Sports, the raw truth. I have to hit y'all with the classics. I had to hit y'all with the classics. Yeah, I was 6 years old when this song came out. All right, let me get that out the way. Oh, man, I love to bring them classics up. You guys got no idea. Okay, let me keep saluting real quick. Hold up. Douglas Bender said God saved them 17 years ago. Alcohol and drugs. You see, and you still fighting, dog. That's what I'm talking about. You better your life, your situation becomes better, but there's no rush process. Don't look at God and pray to God why shit ain't happening. Because I did that, and then it's not going to work like that. You got to keep doing it, and then you start seeing the fruits of life eventually, when you least expect it. I'm going to leave it like that. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit your notification bell. Continue to show love on YouTube. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Shout out to Syndicate Radio. Much love to Syndicate Radio. Shout out to Price Tag Entertainment. Saturday, September 3rd, we're holding a huge event. I'm going to give y'all all the information. Everybody in Vegas can tap in. Everybody in Vegas can tap in. Also, shout out to my man, Dwayne Beeman. Much shout out to Dwayne Beeman. Credit fix, never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. Need advertisement? Hook me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Let me say this shit correct. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Shout out to Mech One for the beats, Big Mech One. And I Love Clothing, my man Kes Warner. Salute. Like I said, people that want you to win, help you win. Let's start the news right now. Atlanta Braves, we going to Atlanta, where they outfielder Marcell Ozuna, who's basically like their fourth outfielder, was charged with a DUI at 12:30 in the morning, driving 90 miles per hour on a 35 miles per hour zone. I mean, how fucking illiterate can you be? Come on, Marcell. You just got off that domestic, dog, a year ago. You the last one to bring any negative shit because you this much away from getting cut because the Braves are loaded in the outfield. Only reason why probably you got a spot is because of the DH role. And you do got some stick. But right now, you just bought yourself out of Atlanta, dog. Somebody will pick you up because you got some back. But you leaving a team that won the chip last year, you played yourself, stupidity, greed, because how you going to get in your car if you're boozing? You Vin Bakering, you cannot get in your car. They got Uber, they got Lyft, they got illegal taxis out there. You played yourself. Next topic. New York Yankees. All you Met fans that claim I don't show face or we don't show face, I always show face, even when we lose. Right now, in the last 17 games, we won only 4 times. That's 3-14. We're losing tonight. The last I checked, 3 times. I don't know because I ain't looking at it no more. The moral of the story is I'm here to present my team that I back up on bad days. We're playing horrible right now. And I'm going to call it right now. If Aaron Boone blows this lead, which is about 8-9 games right now, automatic cannery. Automatic. Even if he makes the playoffs and we lose in the first round, automatic cannery. I like Boone, but there's no excuses, dog. There's no excuses how you ain't waking us up right now. Me and Jeff Gerson presented that the Yankees was going to have no way the same first half in the second. There's no way we was playing over our heads. But my man going 3-14 in late August, or matter of fact, yeah, late August going into September, we don't turn it around. Boone is definitely gone. 3-zip, I just got an update from Benny Bilardo. We losing 3-zip still. It looks like 3-15 in our last 18. This is no excuses. I don't care if Stan is out, Sevy's out. We still got the core of our team, and we can't figure it out. We are too lax. Boone need to go there and trip on somebody. Fire a pitching coach. Move some kind of furniture, because if you don't move furniture, they gonna move your furniture, and you're gonna be the fuck out the Bronx. Next. Los Angeles Chargers free safety Darwin James agrees to a $76.4 million contract, highest paid safety in the game. James is a beast, although I like Adams more, but Adams got to get out of Seattle. He has to get out of Seattle because they ain't going to win shit over there. He needs to be in a team that can ball. But right now, James is averaging 19 M's annually as a safety. Wow. You got 17 games. He's making over $1 million and change as a safety. Throwing money away. Other news. LA Lakers, I think this is cool here. They retired the jersey of Pal Gasol, number 16. That's wonderful. I love what Pal brought to the Lakers with Kobe Bryant. Pal was a star in L.A. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if they say he was soft when, what's my man, not Derek Fisher. I'm so used to Derek Fisher sliding into dudes, girls. It was the other boy. Damn, I can't remember his name. Light-skinned black brother, man. He was all cut up then. God, what's his name again? That was in Pal Gasol's wife. He was tearing up his wife. Damn, I can't get his name right now, dog. But anyway, that's the only thing I can say about him. The only thing I can say about him, Pal was a baller. Pal balled out. That's all I got to say. I love that they're retiring at 16. My thing, the Yankees and the Lakers, you keep retiring jerseys, you're going to have to add a third number because there ain't going to be enough jerseys soon. As much people as we retired. Let me go last but not least, and I'm going to bring in Mark Guillory. Texas Rangers let go manager Chris Woodward and GM John Daniels this week. And this is a team that invested $250 million in bringing in Simeon, Corey Seager, and other veterans, and they ain't stepping up. So they had to move furniture, and they did. And that's basically it. Guillory, where you at? Let's get this party started. Don't go nowhere, guys. It's going to be real interesting. Let me see where Mark at. Let me try to pull him up. Okay, he's right here. Let me see, guys. Yo, he's like the only guy that don't be having problems. Yo. What up,
yo,
baby?
yo.
Yo, you're going to have to give us whatever you're doing, because like a blueprint, because all my guys have trouble getting on. You about the only guy that don't have trouble.
Well, you know what it is. You know what? It's Al Davis, man. The fire that burns brightest is the Raiders' will to win. That's why I get in, baby. That's why I'm on the Al York show right now.
Can we raise up? Because I'm bending my ears again. Can you put the volume up?
Oh, the volume is up, baby. The fire that burns brightest is
I know, but
Raiders.
I can barely hear you. So you know what? If you see me like this, I'm trying to hear you. Fair enough?
Is everybody can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I think they could. I don't know. I told you I got ear issues.
Well, I'm on my earphones, brother.
Okay, let's go anyway. Let's go. I'm going to do my best to gravitate to what you're saying. What's quick. Up? Give us a Vegas Raiders update. I want everything on the Raiders before we move on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a pretty active week for the Raiders. You know, we had to drop to the 83-man roster, eventually going to get to the 53. So big news. We lost DeMarcus Robinson, who signed with the Ravens today. What that says about the Raiders receiver core is that we're deep. We hella deep. As we say in Oakland, I think I might have been the one that coined the term, hella deep. Hella. Nate Brooks, Tyrone Wheatley Jr., Vernon Butler, and Garrett Green, they're gone. They got cut. So what we left with is, hey, Josh McDaniel ain't playing. Even DeMarcus Robinson was, as you earlier pointed out, was the number 4 receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs last year. He can't even make the roster. The
now
Raiders
let me ask you something. Maybe he didn't make the roster, but maybe he had maybe he was running like a diva and then Josh didn't like it. Because Josh, if you act like a diva, he get rid of you. He got a lot of that Belichick in him, being around Belichick. Now, I know he probably got cut because you're deep, but don't be surprised if it was because he wanted the ball in practice a little more. I'm just saying, McDaniel got a lot of that Belichick in him.
And I noticed you got silver and black on tonight, so you know what the theme of tonight
silver
is.
And white. Say it right. White.
No, you got silver and black on tonight, baby. We dress the same, man. But, hey, here's the thing. The Raiders wide receiver core is the best wide receiver core in the NFL. We got Davante Adams, the #1 wide receiver in the NFL.
I agree with you.
Argue with me. Will anybody argue that? We got Hunter Renfrow, the best slot receiver in the NFL.
Dirty Renfrow, I love him.
We got a battle for the Y position. Keenan Cole, Tyron Johnson, Mac Hollins. They balling, y'all. Derek Carr is having a field day in practice with these the cornerbacks are having Hall of Fame practices with these receivers. That Nate Hobbs and Rock Ya-Sin are going to be the top cornerbacks in the league because they're working with Davante Adams and Hunter Renfrow. I mean, this might be the best offense in the NFL. I'm not just saying as a Raider fan. Although I'm
gonna keep it all the way 100. Everybody on my show that has a team, all of you guys are biased. None of you guys ever put your team down like I just put my Yankees down. I'm one of them strict fathers. When my son does good, I give him all the good. He do bad, I'ma holler at him. You guys don't rarely holler at your team. That's the only beef I got with you guys.
You tell them, I'll give you 1 for 1. You give me your quarterback, I'll give you mine. You give me your quarterback, I'll give you Derek Carr. You give me your running back, I'll give you Josh Jacobs. You give me your wide receiver, I'll give you Davante Adams. You give me your tight end, I'll give you Darren Waller. You give me your slot receiver, I'll give you Hunter Renfrow. You give me your offensive line, I'll give you Alice Leatherwood and Colton Miller. What we talking about?
One thing you got to do, dog,
coming at y'all.
It's a huge word. Sound like paper champs because y'all good on paper, and you got to execute. Listen, I'm about to do a Raider event, and I made it clear. Look, I like the Raiders, but I'm not a Raider fan. But my thing is, you guys got to execute, bro. I don't care what you got out there. You don't execute, you got nothing. Look at the Padres, who are not too far from you. They got everything over there. They're not executing in baseball. They got everything, except Fernando Tatis, but they got Soto over there. They can't.
But Al, we made the playoffs last year and we got better. All teams in the NFL did not get better. And where we got better is where we the weakest at. Secondary. We picked up Rock Ya-Sin. Whole solid corner. I'm not saying he's like going to stop everybody, but solid corner. We got Nate Hobbs. He was in line for Rookie of the Year last year, man. That dude is solid. We got Trayvon Mullen coming back.
You guys are paper champions. I told you that.
Man, at safety, we got Jonathan Abrams. If he can get out of trying to hit everybody and break them, but break himself and miss the whole season, we're going to be good. But we got this dude. I'm going to tell you right now, Al, you might know his name. His name is Trayvon Morig. That dude's a beast. He's a beast. He's better than Abrams. He's a cover safety and a big hitter. He's a smart football player. He's what you have. He's what you call football IQ safety. So any improvement on the Raiders defense with that firepower that we got on offense, I don't know what y'all talking about KC, Chargers, and what's the other team? I forgot the other team.
Hey, yo, you too much, man.
The donkeys. But the Raiders are coming for you. The Raiders got a squad. And you're right, everybody's on paper right now, but we got squad on paper. And our paper chase is bigger than your paper chase.
All right. Like I said, it all look good till they get on the field. It all look good. Okay, real quick. Close it out for the Raiders. I know you got a lot of Raider fans tuning in. Yeah. Give your little Raider chant, do whatever for them, because we're going to jump on another subject right now.
Oh, man. Hey, like I said, the fire that burns brightest, as Al Davis, my man, we call him Uncle Al from Oakland. The fire that burns brightest is the Raiders' willingness to win, and it's the commitment to excellence. And I think that Josh McDaniel is bringing that back. And like, hey, you know what? You can boo all you want, Tanya, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hey,
Tanya loves Tom Brady, and she's a Patriot fan.
It's all good, but you know what? It's gonna be a great NFL season when the Raiders are here.
Like I said, I heard it all, dog. I'm one of those guys, you got to show me the money. I don't want to hear about it, but we will see that. And I am hoping that the Raiders have a good year because, like I said, I might be holding a Raider event. So I kind of want good to talk about than bad, if you know what I'm talking about.
And if you notice, as I've been on your show, as football season has come about, I've been wearing like different kind of pretty Raider gear. I got the real shit on tonight, baby. I got the real shit on tonight.
I got two official Jordans, but I wasn't gonna do you like that today. But listen, let's go to our next topic. Go Raiders. I got you. Let's go to a topic at hand that you really wanted to talk about.
Yep.
What's going on with Lamar Jackson and this contract that they keep playing around, and now they pushing it where it's gonna end up in week 1. And I think after a certain amount of weeks, they can't talk about it no more. So what do you think is going to happen with Lamar Jackson?
Well, first of all, Lamar Jackson and his mama are representing themselves. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do in NFL, but you know, you don't have to pay that fee, that 20% fee for an agent to negotiate on your behalf. I think where it's hurting, and we don't know that much about the intricacies of what the negotiations are. But what we can say is this, Lamar, if you're expecting the Baltimore Ravens to pay you more than Deshaun Watson, and you're hung up on $10 million, Deshaun got $230 guaranteed. If Baltimore's offering you $210 guaranteed, what's wrong with you, dude? You can't turn that shit down. But if they're offering you $160, of course you have to turn that shit down. And
no. Not only that, Deshaun ain't put no work in. Jackson been putting in work in.
He ain't played in 76 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I know where I can see where he want to be around the jurisdiction, but my thing is, you don't have to be the highest paid though. Just be around the number. That's it.
Right. But if that's the case, if they're saying, hey, we'll give you 230, we'll guarantee you 210, Lamar, I mean, dude, you're a running quarterback. Even though you're the MVP, your time in the NFL is short-lived. And we know that by Michael Vick and all the running quarterbacks that ever came through. Hey, I'm sorry, but you're short-lived. Peyton Manning survived. Tom Brady survives by staying out running. They don't run. They like survive in the pocket. He's not a pocket quarterback. But here's the thing. You can't play a single down for the Baltimore Ravens if you don't have a contract. That's absolutely asinine for a player to play again. You get $23 million this year. You get hurt, it's a wrap.
Exactly. That's why he wants the bag.
You lose $230 million if that's what you're going to get.
He wants the bag, though. But the thing is, I don't have what you call the direct information from the source that I want it from. I got it from other sources that they're around the number, but they beneath Deshaun. And that's bothering them.
He can't. Deshaun's a
Not only that, Cleveland fucked up on our contract. It wasn't like Deshaun earned that. Cleveland fucked up. Not only did they give him everybody, they overpaid them.
Well, let's not. I don't want to delve too much into Deshaun, but let's separate Deshaun from Lamar. They're different quarterbacks. They're not the same. Both of them are black. They don't even look the same, but they're different quarterbacks. One's a pocket guy that can run. The other one's a guy that runs and throws a pretty pass. Because Lamar Jackson is the whole package. Don't get me wrong. Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league every fucking year. I mean, for real. I mean, he's in the top 3. As long as he's playing, he's top 3 MVP. Deshaun Watson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, though. Pretty pass, pocket presence, has the whole package. he looked hella rusty though the other night though. That wasn't pretty. That he was throwing dirt balls and shit. But he ain't played in 76 weeks. So, but what I'm saying is that Lamar gotta be smart, bro. If they offering you the bag, take the bag. You're not gonna be the highest paid quarterback in the league, bro, because like you run. I mean,
yeah, and I know. Listen, I know he earned it. You know, I get it, Mark. I get it. You know, especially when you got a lot of pride. I get it. He earned it. But at the end of the day, Lamar's the MVP. He does more than every quarterback, but he's one little mistake from, you know, getting knocked out for a year or two.
Being RG3.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what Baltimore is saying. And put yourself in, be the owner. Hey, Al, you're the owner of the Baltimore Ravens. Are you doing anything different than the Baltimore Ravens?
I'm not. But one thing I will do, though, he earned money where he got underpaid. So I'm going to give him something. But I'm not going to make him the highest paid. That's for sure. But I probably would lay, if it was me personally, I'll lay $200 million. And I'll tell him, forget about what Deshaun got. They play Cleveland. Cleveland got played on that contract. Let's talk reality. You deserve 200. You've been out there. You've been representing. You got an MVP. I get all that. But you one play away from getting knocked out. Now, he could say everybody else too, but your percentage is higher because you're running half the time. And you weigh 160 pounds soaking wet.
Man.
Come on, dog. Now, he did gain some weight, I heard. But even at that, he's still slim compared to them linebackers. And, yo, let me tell you, Lamar run up the gut. He don't run that sideline Dak Prescott shit. He run up the gut.
Hey.
And at any minute, you know and I know, because you on the field, you know he one blast from being the fuck out of there. Right or wrong?
One blast. That's why he cannot take the field week one without a contract. And anybody who says that doesn't know the business of football and then doesn't know the game of football. Fuck that. I mean, there's no player in any position, I would say, take the field in your last year of your contract and you're a starter.
Facts.
No starter should ever do that. You sit the fuck out and you save your goddamn money, do some Bitcoin trading, and then you wait for the next season when you're a free agent.
Right. Let's end that real quick. Me and you spoke about Deshaun with the 6 games. I told you they were going to raise it up. I called a year. He got 11, almost like a year. Your take real quick because I want to talk about something else right after. Give me your take on that. Lloyd White in the building. I see you.
I never wanted a year. He wasn't charged with the crime. As a matter of fact, 2 grand juries separately refused to even find the little bit of probable cause. Probable cause is the least bit of threshold of proof that you need for a crime, and 2 separate grand juries didn't say that he committed a crime. So it's bad acts. He's being punished because he's embarrassed. I think 6 games was enough. 11 games is surely enough, and $5 million. He sat out last year. He got $10 million. He has to pay half that back. It's like a half-year suspension last year, and it's 11 games this year. Let's move on and play some football.
I think it's fair. Would you agree?
The NFL ain't the police, so stop trying to make the NFL the police.
No, but I'm saying, can you sit right now and say it's fair? I'm going to say it's fair. He didn't get the whole year.
No,
I wanted a year, but he didn't get it.
It's unfair. It's not consistent with everything. He was accused of something he said he didn't do, and like,
it's going back.
Well, no. Here's the thing: players aren't protected. So now we have a situation where anybody, no matter what, if I'm an NFL player and I date a chick, and like I hit and it wasn't cool, homegirl could say, you know what, she didn't want it, or whatever. Or I get a massage and homegirl can say, I actually accidentally touched her hand with my thingy.
Mark Guillory, I'm with you. But when it's 24 girls, that changes everything in my eyes.
Well, the attorney recruited.
Not 1 dozen, 2 dozen.
But here's the thing. It wasn't 24 girls that came forward voluntarily. The attorney recruited them the same way Deshaun recruited them. He went on Facebook and said, if you got a massage.
Right now, hold up. I just got a note. They said 63 girls accused.
No, it wasn't 63 girls accused. 60 girls he got a massage from on Instagram. 24 girls accused him. And then, and like the stuff, and you got to look at the stuff he was accused of. You got to read the facts. He was accused of exposing himself. Like, they were like, I saw his thing. And that made me feel uncomfortable. That's not a crime.
Well, listen, bottom line, I'm glad Goodell moved because you know why? The ladies needed this. The ladies needed something because it
wasn't a crime.
It really found, to me, it was low ball. I know what you're saying. They didn't convict him. I get that. But at the same time, the guy did something wrong. I don't care what you say.
No, he has a fetish, and like, you know what? Did they reject the money that he paid him? A couple of the girls in the NFL inquiry, they went back to him twice.
Right.
It wasn't one time. So, like, people don't really understand the facts of what happened. They think it
no,
was
I believe.
assault.
Listen, I believe there's bullshit in there. I'm not gonna sit here on the Al York Sports Show and think that all them girls are telling the truth. I'm not naive like that. It may be 2 girls, but my thing is, I know that he violated. I know that he's guilty to a degree, not all the way, but to a degree. So he has to pay for that.
I agree that he was trying to get something out of the Insta whatever you want to call them, and like get a happy ending. I think that's what the owner of the Patriots was trying to do when he was in Florida and got arrested for the guy. The same shit Deshaun was doing, but they're in, and also they're
hold up. My man said, why do you have 75 therapist massages anyway?
Because you want some. Because you're a fucking quarterback for the Houston Texans, and you make
you got a lawyer in your background,
and you want
Hillary, you got a lawyer in your background.
Who me?
Yeah, I might need to hire you, though. I love how you fighting for.
I'm just saying, dog went in there trying to get a massage and like have a good time. Now he has a fetish. He's a weird dude. That's some weird shit from your quarterback, and also from a football perspective. Let's bring it back to football. You don't want Peyton Manning wanting like massages like Deshaun Watson wants a massage.
Listen, we got 3 minutes. I gotta ask you this.
Let's go.
Me and my boy Sportsbook Jeff gonna take you somewhere else. You Cleveland Browns, you the GM. You solidified both sides of your lines. You got your running backs healthy. You got some receivers there. You lost some, but you redeemed some. 6 games, I was willing to try the Jacoby Brissett experiment. I don't know if I want to do Jacoby for 11 games, dog. What I'm trying to tell you, do they go get Jimmy G?
They have to.
You got 3 minutes. Do they go get Jimmy Garoppolo, the Cleveland Browns?
That's a great question, Al, and I think that's like a wonderful way to end our conversation on our segment. They have to rent him for as many games up to the trade deadline. They can go get Jimmy G for cheap, or wait till the trade deadline and get him for free, right? They can go get Jimmy G, have him play 6 games, be competitive. Now, let's be real about Deshaun. Let's not even talk about the women. Is he ready to play fucking football? No. You saw him last game. He ain't gonna be ready to play football.
He ain't even gonna be ready in that.
He ain't ready till next year. So if you're the Cleveland Browns, you gotta get Jimmy G. Jacoby Brissett ain't taking you to the fucking playoffs. You wanna and like think about this, Al. If you're the Cleveland Browns are a playoff Super Bowl contender. They're like in the middle of the pack.
That's what I'm saying. Contenders. You don't throw this shit away. Put a Jacoby out there. Jacoby, good backup. You need a yard. He could rush you a yard, come in on 4th down, maybe hold you down for 4 or 5 games, maybe. But not no 11 games, dog.
And if you all-pro safety, all-pro defensive tackle, all-pro lineman, you ain't trying to waste a year waiting for Deshaun Watson, right? So the time is now. So Cleveland's got to make a big move. And it's, they already spent $230 guaranteed on Deshaun. They might as well like bring in Jimmy G and like at least get them to a point where they're competitive to be able to play playoff football.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That division is no joke. People sleeping on Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's gonna play good over there too. Like, I ain't sleeping on Pittsburgh. Cincinnati might put out the same product. You know, if Lamar's playing, you already know what's up with Baltimore.
And you know that if Cleveland's thinking about Jimmy G, Pittsburgh's like, fuck that. We might as well just get Jimmy G and like Trubisky, man, that dude, they don't believe in that dude. You can tell
They
right now.
got three guys. Pittsburgh ain't gonna get nobody. Because even Rudolph, that I don't like, is looking impressive. I don't like him, but he's looking impressive. And they got the young boy Pickens. They don't need that. Right now, Cleveland got to go get a quarterback, dog.
But because Cleveland wants to go get Jimmy G, I think Pittsburgh has to make the move. Because Pittsburgh right now is not a playoff team with the quarterbacks they have. Trubisky and Pickett can't do it. They can't.
Well, we don't know, man. I'm going to tell you, if you're looking at Trubisky with the Bears, I'm with you. But looking at Josh Allen, watching Josh Allen flow, you don't know what that guy, if he got better or not. He looked all right in the game that I've seen for a little while. But I know what you're saying. They're not going to win much with him, but they can hold the fort down till the young boys ready is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, closing out, don't be surprised Pittsburgh makes the move and Jimmy G's starting quarterback for Pittsburgh Steelers week 1.
All right, close it out, baby. You can give me a Raider chant if you want.
Hey, man, the autumn wind, baby. And you know it's football season when we talk about the autumn wind. All I'm saying is, hey, man, I'm a Raider fan, but isn't it awesome that we're in football season now? Isn't it awesome? Doesn't it seem like it's been a long time?
Always feel like this. This is the best time of the season, dog.
Best time. The
best time of the season.
Of week 1 is incredible.
Look at your face, look at your face, man, and look at my face.
Ear to ear,
you can't take the smile off if you put guns on us because it's football, baby.
Hey, man, we ready. We ready.
Give us that chant every up. All right, baby.
Raiders, baby.
Yo, we gonna get up.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Always, baby. Good work, Guillory. We gonna get up, baby. I didn't expect all that extra shit, though. You went instrumental on me. Yeah.
Let's go.
Raiders. There you go, baby. Let's get up, baby. Let me get out, baby. My brother, stay good. Okay, Raider Nation. Yeah. Where you at, Sportsbook Jeff? Oh, shit. You talk about a fan. This guy's a fan for real, dog. He always buys about his team, but, yo, you can't lie. They got the pieces, and they all paper champions in my book. I don't know what that means, but I know they got a lot of marquee players over there, man. Let me try to get my boy Sportsbook Jeff in the building. Hopefully we can get him in one shot. There we go, baby. Sportsbook Jeff in the building. Looking like you ate 3 sandwiches before the show. What's going on, baby?
No, I'm just hurting. I just got a recommendation from Deshaun Watson for massage. And she was like, Hilga's House of Pain.
Yo, but I like that guy that said he had what he needs 75 therapists for. That's kind of crazy. I know his money's up, but that's a little too crazy for me. But Jeff, let's get right to it. We got approximately 20, not even 20 minutes. I'll say about 15. 2 words. Tom Brady. Talk to us.
I think this is the big story that nobody's really talking about in the capacity it should be. I'm going to do a quick review of what's going on this offseason. First, Brady retires.
Right.
Very quickly after the Super Bowl. He comes back very quickly, was a month or 2 later, says he's going to play. At the same time, BA steps down. Okay? Then what happens here is that over the course of the last few weeks, his birthday was on August the 3rd. He had a planned day off of practice. He missed the 4th and the 5th unplanned, practices the weekend, and then has been gone from the team for the next, 10 days and counting? And the funny thing about this is, the early part of that is about the time they came out and gave the punishment for the Dolphins tampering with Brady. Okay? And it's also about the same time that Gronkowski said, I'm not going to play.
Talk to us.
So I think what we're seeing right here is, and this is really the big thing is his wife is not happy with him. It's very evident from the start of this whole offseason.
Real spill.
She sees, hey, you got a 10-year, $400 million contract.
Hold up. Okay. Freeze up. I mentioned that to the people. They're like, oh, Brady don't care about that. He don't care about money. His wife got money. I told people he never had this money waiting for him before. If anything, he took less with the Patriots.
Correct.
He was one of those guys that took less so that they could get more players. And most he ever had on an annually was like 20-something M's. They got 314 waiting for him. You gonna tell me that's not in the back of his mind? It's in back of Gasol'S mind for sure. I don't care how much money she got. That's in back of her mind that her man can leave the game healthy with that bag waiting, where he ain't got to breathe up her bag because her bag is bigger.
And on top of that, gone maybe a day and a half, 2 days out of 7-day week.
There you go.
You can be home for 5 or 6.
You can be home. And on top of that, you ain't got an offensive line.
You have no offensive line right now. And for a 45-year-old that depends on an interior and offensive line, right now he's a sitting duck back there. Okay? And you look at the first 4 games.
Aaron Donald and them, the Saints, they coming for
games. You got Dallas, they can go after the passer too.
Coming for
you got the Saints, you then have Green Bay's improved defensive line and Kansas City's improved defensive line. That's your first 4 weeks.
Dan Quinn's sicking the doors on opening night. You know that.
Correct. And as you know this, I told you this the other day, Tampa Bay, what's their record in Dallas? They have never won a game in Dallas, period. Okay, in their existence. Okay, and
I told you I'm not going by that. Tom Brady wasn't over there. You talking Doug Williams and Steve Young and them. I'm talking, or even Steve the Bird, but I'm talking Brady. That's a whole different animal. So I don't go by that. They never won a game over there. What I'm going by is they got no line. That's what I'm going by. How can you stop that Dallas front with no line?
You also got beat up receivers. They're not 100% either.
Facts.
Okay, you're missing your security blanket in Gronkowski. Okay, there's a lot of things missing here, and don't even on the defensive side, you had a makeshift secondary, and even if you improved a little bit, you're now missing Sue on the front. You're going young on the front, so those guys they may be better athletes, but they're also undisciplined. Okay, that's the facts. So this Tampa Bay team is not the same Tampa Bay team of 2 years ago.
And not only that, I don't feel that Brady got a chip on his shoulder right now.
He's
not with that bag waiting.
He's not hungry. He's not practicing. Okay. And you know what Brady always
got no chip because he didn't win last year. He already went to Tampa and got one.
He's already got his ship in Tampa.
That's what I'm saying.
He was trying to retire from Tampa Bay, not retire from the NFL. Got caught. Okay. Had to come back because Tampa was looking for another quarterback. And then he got now problems on the home front. I'll tell you how this is going to turn out. This will be his last year, and it may not be a last year. I'm going to go on a limb and say sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you come out and you hear that Tom Brady's retiring.
Yeah, he can actually walk away from the game because I said when they lost to the Rams, Jeff, when they were down 28-3, I said Brady's not leaving like this. Did he bring them all the way back, Jeff?
With a chance to win.
On his own. Almost on his own. Then Cooper Kupp happened.
Yep.
If it wasn't for that, they win that game. So I think he can leave like that. He bring them back.
That's
but
acceptable.
He decided to come back. I don't know why. I thought he was ghost after that. But I don't know. He keeps fighting. You know what it is? Football season comes. His endorphins start waking up, his body, and in his mind, like I told you, he want to secure all those records, which I think are secured already. But
well, don't
records
forget
are made to be broken, right? I think Brady's just trying to put a stamp on all those records that he got. Because who's going to really quarterback to 40-something years old, starting at 21 years old? Maybe 1% of quarterbacks. Maybe one.
Don't forget, Al, that he said back in New England he wouldn't have played till he was 45. Well, he's 45. That's in the back of his head.
All right, so let's move on. We're gonna go to the MLB, Jeff. You got great information for us. Who won the Juan Soto deal? It was two teams that participated, but you got a secret. You got some secrety for us right now. It's the Nationals and the Padres. Who won the deal so far? I know it's too early to determine, but from right now, from the trade happened, who you think won the deal?
Well, based on the first couple of weeks here, what's going on, Washington won the deal. And not because of the prospects, it's because they don't have to pay the sucker. He's batted under 200 since he went out to San Diego. He's provided no leadership. They've gotten worse, not better on the field. The prospects that they gave to Washington, I told you at the time, they weren't as good as the Cardinal prospects. They got greedy. Washington did with St. Louis, or he'd be in St. Louis right now. Every one of those Cardinal prospects are players, and I knew that. Okay, so
now, who did they have anybody on the field like the O'Neills?
They were wanting
involved in this.
Nolan Gorman and Dylan Carlson.
Oh wow!
They had Carlson,
wow, the
Gorman.
oh wow!
Carlson,
Nationally,
Gorman,
the stack with those
Walker,
guys.
Wynn. They wanted one of the pitchers, McGreevy. Okay, and there was one other kid involved.
Carlson and Norman are studs.
It's not even close. That's why.
Guys are studs.
So to give you an idea, who won the trade? The St. Louis Cardinals won the trade because they kept their players
By not pulling the trigger.
Now the biggest loser, okay, it's not San Diego, it's not the Nationals, it's your New York Yankees. Okay, the New York Yankees dropped the ball on Juan Soto. When you look at this lineup, and I've been watching them very closely the last 3 weeks, their offense is anemic. Anemic. They've got guys older than damn dinosaurs on that team. Now you got Carpenter out, who was basically carrying the. You had a guy that didn't hit for 4 years carrying your team. Okay.
And you can't forget we got Giancarlo, Giancarlo Stanton.
Right.
He's having a real productive year.
But
you can't put Judge is not going to carry us the whole season. That's just not going to happen.
The more I look at it
too many easy outs. Like,
right.
We really got too many easy outs.
Easy. The last 4 guys here lined up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I went in on them in the beginning, but what I'm saying is we better get our shit together sooner than later.
Juan Soto would have made the biggest difference on the New York Yankees.
Not going to lie. That would have been a great pickup, but we can't talk about that. We got to work with what we got now. And Frankie Montas, as of right now, like you said, it's not looking good. But we didn't have to give much for him. Yes, we didn't have to give much for him, so I'm happy with that. I'm not mad because you know what? I'd rather have Frankie Montas right now till he turns the corner. The prospects wasn't helping us right now. They just weren't. So at least we have the ability of Frankie Montas to turn the corner. The prospects wasn't helping us. So we did something, but I wanted Castillo, but they wanted too much, too late. But you know what? Castillo's looking like a stud.
I'll tell you what.
He looking like a stud.
You know who else looks like a stud? Is Jordan Montgomery. He looks
that bum.
The boy 3-0. He's pitched one run in 19 innings. Shit. And we gave him up for a guy that his plantar fasciitis may not play this year. Might affect the rest of his career. What a trade. It almost goes back to the Bob Sykes for Willie McGee trade with the Yankees.
You see, but this is the thing, Jeff. Guys get a trade. They get better. Other guys go the other way. Montas, not that he had a great record with A's, but he had a pretty good earned run average, about 3 and change. Now he's got a 4+ with the Yankees, maybe even a 5. So he's going the other way. Montgomery always pitched kind of decent for us, but he's looking really good in the National League. But that's because they haven't seen him yet, Jeff. Let the videotape start flowing around the league, and you're going to see he's not going to be as dominant. But right now, y'all looking extremely good with the Quintana pickup and the Montgomery. But I'm waiting for your boy Beta to come for us. We need Beta in that center field. He got a little pop in his back too.
He's about a 230 hitter, Al, that brings energy and a Gold Glove. That's what
Exactly.
you get.
All right, let's move on. We got 5 minutes. Choose one and why. You ready?
Let's go.
In their prime, though, take away the championships. I don't want that in your head. Like a 5-6 year run. We going to NBA point guard, Stephon Marbury, or the original Isaiah Thomas. Choose one and why.
I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say Isaiah Thomas. But the reason I'm saying it is not because I don't think Marbury is a better athlete. But Isaiah made people around him better. That's the job of a point guard. And Isaiah Thomas made people around him take the next step, improve their game, level up. Marbury was all one-on-one. You know what? His teammates around him never were better. That's why he kept moving around the league. So to me, hands down, Isaiah Thomas.
That answer was so sufficient. I'm not even going to reply. And you know I always got something to say. Right.
Here's a microphone.
I always got something to say. You hit it on the nose. Made everybody better. And he was a fucking stud himself, Jeff. Isaiah was a stud. He scored like 18 straight points in the playoff. Kid's a stud. I'm running with Z. We going to the MLB. Derek Jeter or no more Garcia Parrott.
Well, if you're talking about a 5 to 6 year prime, okay, and not a career, it's Nomar Garciaparra. You forget that Nomar was challenging for 400 for a while. His stats were through the roof, triple crowns back in the day. His Boston teams were the early Boston teams prior to winning the World Series and prior to some of those. He got traded, obviously, if you remember correctly, before the Red Sox won the World Series and knocked the Yankees off and that 3-0 deficit. But Garciaparra, during that 5 to 6 year period was superior statistically, any aspect to what Jeter brought to the table. But for a career as Jeter, for a 5 to 6 year period, it's Garciaparra.
Yes, I'm going to I keep telling people the secret of making Jeter so great is it's not his skill set. His skill set is above water. He's quick enough. He's defensive enough. He can hit good enough. He does everything good enough, but everything. So to me, that makes him great. But his biggest quality is leading men. Jeter, everybody loved Jeter, and everybody listened to Jeter. Kind of like when E.F. Hunting talks, people listen. That was Derek Jeter. But for a 5-6 year run, I got to go with Nomar Garciaparra. The kid was a stud in Boston.
Well, the funny thing is, Al, I got one for you.
Hold up. We're not done yet.
I'm going to keep you on your toes.
Okay, we're not done yet. Let me be done. I'll save you a minute.
All right.
Right? So we both agree with Garciaparra, correct?
Correct.
Now we going to the NFL. I want to hear your answer on this here. Cornerback. 5-6 year, best of their 5-6 year period in the league. Rod Woodson or Charles Woodson. Who you got?
Hands down, this is easy. He didn't have the flair, or he didn't have the TV personality of Woodson, being Charles. But Rod Woodson was probably one of the greatest athletes to ever play in the NFL. You forget this guy made the Olympic team. I think he even won a gold medal in the Olympics, in track and field. Played at Purdue. When he came in the league, Woodson, he could play him at safety. He could play him at corner. You could play him at linebacker. He blitzed. You also forget he returned kicks just like Woodson did, and he was unstoppable. Okay? And he just basically got hurt with his knee, and when he lost some of his speed, Rod's career got shortened. But if you look at what he did during the prime of his career, you can almost say he could have been the MVP defensively in the league for 2 or 3 of those years, and he was in the running for it. For the length of the career, you got to go Charles. But again, for that period of time, Rod Woodson was the better player.
Like Rod, I kept breaking my head over this. I forgot how good Charles played in Green Bay. He was almost even like the MVP of the league, dog. Home run hitter. Guy could return an interception, return a punt at any moment. Couldn't even play offense, if you ask me. I was leaning Rod, but 5-6 year period. I'm going to Michigan. I'm going with Charles Woodson, dog. I just got to for that period. Longevity, I'm with you. I'm taking Rod.
Well,
okay, hurry up. I'm going to give you 1 minute. I'm already 1 minute late, but I'm going to give you 1 minute.
Boxing. Mayweather or Cesar Chavez?
I like Chavez, of course, but I got to be fair about this. Who had a better career or if they fought each other?
They fought each other. Who wins?
Yeah, you got to say that because
that's it.
Chavez was like 80-something and 0 before he lost one. Mayweather just made it to 50 and 0, so I go Chavez on that. As much as I want to say Chavez, I'm gonna say Floyd only because two fighters that are similar to Floyd gave Chavez all the problems in the world in Meldrick Taylor and Sweet Pea Whitaker. And you ask me, Mayweather is those guys, even maybe a little better. Unfortunately, I'm a fair guy. I keep it all the way 100. It hurts me to say this, but I got to go Money Mayweather on that.
See, I think it's very close, too. That's why I brought this up to you. But I'll tell you what, I don't think, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, I don't think Mayweather has seen anybody with the power of the right hand of a Chavez.
Oh, if he got caught, it's over.
I don't think Mayweather has fought somebody that has the hand speed with the power of a Chavez. Okay? I think if they fought in their primes, it'd be probably one of the best fights we've ever seen. But I think Chavez gets it done.
Okay. So we got that there. Close it out 1 minute, Jet, so I can start this giveaway.
You know, the only thing I'm going to say is it's really funny when we're at the trade deadline for MLB, the three biggest names to move, was Soto. The Padres are taking their spoon again with Soto. The Yankees getting Montas. They've been in the spoon. Now, the one that did not was the boy from Cincinnati that went over to Seattle, and Seattle's taken off. From what I've seen right now, and this is my prediction, early prediction, is the Yankees were the best team in the first half. I don't think the Yankees win a series in the playoffs this year. I'm going to go on a limb and say it. I think you're going to have one of the upstarts being Toronto or Seattle upset them in the playoffs and take on the Astros. I've seen enough.
It looks like that now, so I can't debate what you're thinking because we're playing like shit right now. But if we get it going and we get hot, I'm going to challenge that all day.
And
right now, like I said, we look like shit right now, so I can't even put a fight for them.
And then the last statement is Mark out there, week 2, he was talking about his Raiders, the players. All I'm going to say is the Cardinals come calling to Vegas week 2, an opening day. And I think we'll have a little something to say about who's got the best offense come week 2.
Okay, there we go. Sportsbook Jeff Guillory earlier. I get to you soon. Let me get this giveaway going, guy.
All right, peace.
Good job, Jeff. Good job as always.
All right, guys. See you.
Okay, brother. All right, guys. Sportsbook Jeff Guillory. Let's get this party started, guys. 1 through 20. Giveaway 1, round 2. Now we go to the drug part. We go to the part where we get a winner. We get 2 winners. 1 through 20, giveaway 1, round 2, 1 through 20, best person wins. Let's get it poppin'. Good job, guys. We nipped it on the butt. We hit a lot of good topics up and got right with it. Okay, here we go, guys. Giveaway 1. Let's get it. Let me marinate these bad boys. 1 through 20. 1 through 20. Let's get it. We got a winner. It's a winner right in there, baby. I promise you I ain't lying to you. We got a winner. Number 12. Number 12. That's my man, Big Ben, baby. Salute to Big Ben, who was just in the hospital. So, bless him. I hope this makes him happier because he was in the hospital. Salute to Big Ben, guys. Giveaway 2. Big Ben winner of giveaway 1, number 12, Big Ben. Out of the Lower East Side, baby. Ruckus. He's from Queens and Ruckus. My man. He's gonna be real happy when he hear he won. Hold on, let me bring this back.
The producer.
Giveaway 2. 21 through 40. Don't go nowhere. I got the summary after this. I can't wait to watch the replay. A lot of good stuff, guys. I'm dead ass, I ain't lying. I love watching the replay. We put it in the middle. 21 through 40. Giveaway 2. Round 2. Best person wins. Let me marinate these bad boys. They should all be marinated. If there was chicken, all the chicken got that sazon and all that shit. Here we go. We got a winner. We got a winner. Number 24. Number 24. We got Miguel Tapia back in the mix, guys. 24, Tapia. That could be his 5th or 6th win. I got to check. Raul leaves everybody with 9. But I got to check. But about 5, 6, Tapia's your winner. Let's go with the summary. Shut this off. Give me a second, guys. So let me repeat the winners. We got 12, Big Ben. It's good to see Big Ben back in the mix. And Tapia, who's been kind of hot last couple weeks. He didn't hit, but he hit this week. 12 and 24. Got the giveaways out the way. Congratulations to everybody that came up. Let's go to the show, the summary. We have my man Guillory come up, talk a little bit about the Raiders. We got it on a Lamar Jackson situation. The Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Got to get that situation fixed sooner than later. We nipped on Deshaun Watson. The 11 games. We nipped on Jimmy G. Should Jimmy G come try to save Cleveland? I think they need to get him. I don't think you want to get Jacoby Brissett for 11 games and start off something like 4-7. You'll be out of the playoff. Deshaun ain't gonna come save y'all. Now, if let's say you go Jimmy G and you go 7-4, you might not even have to bring Deshaun in right away. You might have Deshaun sit the whole season and let Jimmy G carry them. I mean, so many ways you could go. If Jimmy G get hurt, then you could bring in Deshaun. I think they almost got to go get Jimmy G. Sportsbook Jeff came on, talked about Tom Brady. A lot of people sleeping on Tom Brady. He could be retiring surprisingly. I hope not. I would like to see him play this year, whether he plays good or not. Just don't let him get no career-ending injury. Not that a career means much because he's going to retire anyway, but you don't want him leaving with a broken leg or nothing. I just wish he plays playouts as you said you were. Keep your word. And salute to Tom Brady. Whatever way he go. Also, we went into the Juan Soto, who got the better trade. Jeff feels like quiet as kept. The Redbirds got lucky, but not giving up. Carlson, Norman, and other prospects that were really good players. Not that Soto ain't your main guy, but they was asking for too much. So the Redbirds held serve, just end up getting 2 pitchers, and they just flying. They fly high in the second half. Bet the Birds. Birds won me some money last couple of weeks. They winning. I mean, they going out there, they winning 8 out of every 10 games right now. You got to bet the Birds. And last but not least, choose one and why. We did that. We choose one and why. We had Marbury. We had Isaiah, Jeter, No More, both Woodsons. We made our decisions on that. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of the Al York Sports Show, The Raw Truth, TGI Friday, open sessions and giveaways. Love y'all. Hold your heads.